Hey guys, what's up? Super excited to be here. We're going to be giving you guys all the alpha about Toolza, what they've been building, what the latest has been going on at the European Blockchain Convention. But to kick it off, I'd like it if my guest here to introduce himself, your name, the company you're with, and your position.
Yeah, my name is Dmitry. I'm CEO and co-founder of Toolza. We actually a team of 3 co-founders, and we make finance back office for small and medium companies who operate with the crypto, stablecoins, and fiat at the same time. So we're unified ledger software for the businesses who run in the different finance layers.
Very cool. So I have some curated questions here I'm going to take you through, but I might throw in some curveballs. So I might go off the script a little bit. All right. For someone hearing about Toolza for the first time, what does it actually do in 1 or 2 sentences?
In 1 or 2 sentences, we grab all your financial flow and unify in one log system where you and your team filter it in order to make fast decisions and transparent reports.
Okay, now, not 1 or 2 sentences, but can we get the longer, detailed, explain to me, like I know nothing about crypto.
Initially, the idea is being entrepreneurs by yourself, to have some sort of backbone where you can manage your finances and be sure that everything goes right. So since the very beginning, we've been like everyone. We made everything in Excel and all this stuff. But we end up that the market is scaling, market is shifting, market is changing, but not changing in terms of solutions. So we were digging for a solution for 2-3 years. And we didn't manage to find any. We spoke on the conferences. We spoke on with the current clients because just a quick throwback, we have 3 business in this digital service marketing. And we found out there is a huge demand for the product that's going to unify 2 financial flows in one, because people couldn't see where they're standing at the right away. Like they have crypto, they have fiat, but to get it everything in one place, it takes time. It takes human resources for them. Like, you know what's typical time of the P&L was for our clients?
What?
2 days.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, but now it's like real time with the Toolza.
Real time?
Yep.
How do you achieve that?
Well, because you connect all your wallets and banking accounts and everything, like you give the permission to read all this data, and everything get aggregated directly to Toolza. So basically you have P&L reports with its digitalization, filtering, all this stuff, cash flow, like all necessary reports to manage high-level operating results of the business you have in Toolza. So basically, by grabbing all the information and giving the set of the workflows they're gonna apply to team and the technical solutions that consolidate the information. So these 2 directions give us this perfect match with the real-time reported. Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you for the explanation. There are thousands of fintech startups. What makes you build another one? What did you see that was missing?
Yeah, it's initially we saw the gap that I mentioned before with the solutions, because like it's super easy to get the CRM, it's super easy to get task manager, but when we'll ask someone to make the invoice, it's gonna be something like to make it in a Word or using any sort of template. So
that's what we do.
It's kind of tough, but it's really simple questions that should be like somewhere. So that's why initially we wanted it to be all-in-one solution, but we understood that it's not the core value that's going to be brought. So right now we're bringing core value with the finance management, but on top of this, our customer get all this invoicing, payrolls, CRM management inside of the system. So it's something that customers who come into our demo calls, they actually getting surprised for. Like it's like cherry on top. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Who exactly are you building this for? What does a typical Toolza user look like?
Well, there's a very interesting question because we have really good market research initially with LATAM, Asia, and Eastern Europe. We understood that the countries who is limited with the mainstream fiat currencies and utilize stablecoins as asset, like for the operations, those are the customers. Like for example, we have right now we have 7 customers, 3 of them doing marketing, 2 doing consulting, and we even had a situation when the guy from Poland, who have a sushi restaurant, wanted to grab Toolza to manage his finances. A part of this, we have right now on the demo calls few entrepreneurs who have they are private, but they have cars for the rent, for example, yeah, and they process these rentals with the crypto. So basically, whenever you have necessity to maintain data about your cryptos and your banking at the same place, we're here because you can find either fiat solutions, either crypto solutions, but none of those, like, it's something that we're gonna talk about in competition. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
What problems do these digital founders face when managing money today?
Yeah, so the biggest problem is the flow. Like if you're a young guy with 1-2 friends and you want to get everything in order, you should understand what's the flow. You should understand how it's supposed to be designed. If you got a consultant, we have these cases. It sounds very funny, but the guys hiring consultants, they make them template, but they couldn't even touch it, because if some formula gonna be damaged, they're done. They wouldn't be a throwback. So yeah, the initial solution is to bring the understandable framework. And another thing that I forgot to mention so far is AI. That's gonna help for the new founders, for the particulars who work by themselves, understand how their finances should operate. So it's something that we're developing. Like being startup, it's very tough with the resources that necessary, but we have pretty good results in 2-3 typical slice of questions. They vary from client to client, but the thing is we can see really good results even with those small flows that we're trying to automate with AI. Yeah.
Why can't existing tools like QuickBooks or Xero handle it? Aren't they already doing finance automation?
Yeah, they're really doing great job, and they're really useful. We know these tools really well, but the one thing is they designed for the professionals. Among our clients, we have conversation with 4 guys, and out of them 2 become our clients because they spend. I can only talk about Xero at this moment because we have successful case that I can share. They were at Xero, but they spent half-year courses to become specialists in Xero, to understand how it works, why the flow works like this. So it's too complicated. In our case, we're more simplified software, and with AI, this initial idea to get people involved in, because being yourself, for example, you try to understand everything by yourself to make it work by yourself, right? So same thing with the finances. As far as I know, everyone tried to outsource. I met a lot of people over here. They're business, networking, but finance. Okay, finance is something apart. No, we're trying to make it as simple as another flows that you're already making. Yeah, so this is the biggest differentiator.
Do you see them as competitors?
No,
No. Why not?
Because when we're talking to consultants, when we're talking to accountants, the initial point of view for them, accountants, they understand Xero, they understand QuickBooks, they doesn't want to accept anything else. But when we talk to entrepreneurs who want to make everything by themselves, they see the value. When we talk to consultants, the legal and financial consultants who doesn't do accounting and bookkeeping, they understand the value and they actually explain why it's more simple to implement Toolza to the entire team rather than have accountant, a fractional accountant with whom you have to have emailing, either Slack, either Telegram, whatever. You have few Excels to maintain everything, to put the tasks, and like it's a huge workflow. An opposite side with Toolza, you can grab all your team. You have data about their finances. You have data about like entire infrastructure of the business. They know with whom they're working, and yeah, well, basically I forgot the initial idea, but the thing is like for entrepreneurs it's way easier, but for the professionals it's definitely their professional software. Yeah.
Thank you for that explanation.
Thank you.
This sounds like a complex market. How big is the TAM? How big is the opportunity here, the global opportunity to make money?
Well, yeah. So we assume it's $26.5 billion so far. I mean, it's something that we need to explore because, like, being at 7 sales, it's not something that we can 400% be assured that this is exact numbers, but we're starting from this point. Yeah, we're starting from 26.5 billion. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. How do you feel about that?
I mean, a bit trembled because like being in the service market, it's kind of different. You have one-to-one, you know the client, you understand the problems, but when you make a software for the crowd, you know, and you trying to find the best fit and trying to predict what's gonna be the best fit, because like we have part of our mission is education, right? So you shouldn't mess the education as well. So yeah, it's very different feelings, and yeah, especially when you have a demo and have some like internal server error because you show the demo on the demo stack and sometimes it doesn't work. Like it's different responsibility, and like is actually why we came to different business, because it's another approach to us to reach another level, you know, as entrepreneurs.
No, and you need to reach that next level, and I think you can.
I hope so.
And that's why we're here. Let's go.
Cheers.
What makes you confident hybrid finance mixing fiat and stablecoins will become mainstream?
Oh yeah, I mean, for me this is very obvious because, like, since we started our first Solana nodes, 2021, 2022, we understood that the infrastructure of crypto is spreading. Like, it was booming actually, because being in a service market, like you're closing the check, you're closing the invoice, and the guys on the opposite side saying like, "Hey, can we pay in the crypto? Like, can we do this? Can we do that?" But mentioning the crypto, and it's like, yeah, it's growing, it's scaling. Like you couldn't do much with it. And here we're standing with the MiCA, with all these regulations, when it becoming mainstream still. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. It's definitely something that we're living in already.
Awesome. Where do you see Toolza in 3 years? Are you building a niche product or the future finance OS for digital businesses?
Yeah, this is a great question. From our perspective, we wanted to become a financial OS, and we want to have like as many processes possible with the ability of the top management. So we want Toolza to become like initial software for the new businesses, without necessity to switch to any other software. What I mean is like to bring more HR questions in the system. With AI, it's going to help us even more to amplify the value of the product. So we wanted to become financial as in terms of connections. We already have the connection to QuickBooks and to Xero. And a part of this, we want to have it like with the ERPs, with mainstream ERPs, with the Dynamics, with Oracle, with all the stuff. Like it should be single point of trust where you can bring all your questions regarding finances and business operations. And starting from this ground, like you can build your business.
All right, now I'm gonna have some questions I came up with.
Okay.
When you look at crypto right now, there's so many narratives.
Yeah.
Stablecoins, RWAs, AI. Which narrative right now do you think is the most overhyped and why?
Overhyped. I would say AI.
Really? Okay, tell me why.
I would say AI. Like we're expecting it to be something that's gonna bring us the solutions. Like being a user of AI myself, I just recently tried Claude MCP for the Windows, and like I wanted to make outreach for this conference for me. It can make it, but like we're standing at the point when this entire stack couldn't define that the window used to be on the screen already moved somewhere. Like I just grab it from the one corner to another. That's it, we're done. It's impossible to proceed the automation. But yeah, I don't want to underestimate the value of AI that it can bring to the certain questions. Like I can see the huge impact for the medicine. I can see great results with the very typical questions like why it works, how it works. But still the expectations are too high. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes it tells you stuff that it thinks you want to hear, even if the information is incorrect.
Sure.
Tries to please you with lies.
It happens, yeah.
Basically. What gets you most excited about building your business?
Well, the most exciting, the momentum, because we understand that this is something that market has seeking for, but nobody yet being brave enough to step in the field of these titans, you know. So this is driving the approach that we can actually step in the market that's being very democratic. Yeah, it's not usual thing that happen in the world. Like sitting at home doing your job, start to compete with someone.
What made you want to come to the European Blockchain Convention, and how has your experience been so far?
Yeah, so I mean, we came here because of the startup competition. We've been selected for the finals, and
I actually know some of the guys who are giving out checks for that, so I'll put in a good word.
yeah, so the conference itself, like it's our first time here. Like we're pretty confident with the different type of conferences, but we've never been in Web3 conferences and fintech conferences. Like we were building, you know, we had some stuff to do. So yeah, we're pretty excited because the level of communication, the way of communication, the type of questions, the definitions, the language that we're talking over here is different level from what we used to. Like, this is a great place to be.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the fantastic interview. I really appreciate it. If you guys are watching this on Genzio, make sure to follow Toolza. They have really cool stuff being built. I really like the approach. I thought the comparison to QuickBooks, how you talked about how they weren't a competitor, get into there. I would listen through that answer because I think there's a lot of alpha in there. Make sure to follow them. And if you're a business that wants to work with them, you know where to reach out. So thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Any closing words?
Sign up for our demo.
Sign up for the demo, and they're going to win the startup competition. So by the time this goes out, you know it's going to be. So thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up? But it's not something Genzio is afraid of.
If you want
want to survive, you got to build a
How
hive.
many know we do not understand that we need that?
Ladies and gentlemen.
We're back at the Genzio Media House.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us today.